Hey guys, how you doing? Today is Tuesday, June 10th, and I'm wearing my Canadian red today. I have my Canadian pin. I have a Canadian sweatshirt on today. It's in support of the 3 RCMP officers that were killed a few days ago in Canada. Some crazy idiot, 24 years old, went around with a gun, shooting specifically police officers in Moncton, New Brunswick. And so the funeral is today there in Moncton at the Moncton Coliseum, and yeah, it's just awful. So they've asked Canadians today to wear red, so I'm wearing red to show my support, and Scott has his red Bermuda shorts on. Moncton is just a small town in New Brunswick. We lived in... I'm from Nova Scotia in Halifax, and the next province over is New Brunswick, and we actually lived 2 hours from Moncton when we lived in Canada in Fredericton. Bryn was born in Fredericton, and Kerrigan was born in St. John, which is like another hour away, but yeah, it's just, our hearts go out to those families that have just, it's just awful. So so they're saying that the funeral is today at the Moncton Coliseum at 1, and they're saying that about 7,000 RCMP members and police officers will attend the funeral, and they're coming from to Moncton from across the country. So, and Annette and Brian, one of their friends, is an RCMP officer. One of Annette's friends works for the RCMP. So, yeah, so it's just awful, and they have the guy in custody. I think a lot of us wish they had just taken him down, but that's just not how we do things in Canada, but we have him in custody, and yeah, so I don't know what's going to go on with him, but anyway, so we are showing our support. Dad took flowers over to the RCMP building in Dartmouth there, so yeah, so that's unfortunately today. I am heading to the... totally different subject. I'm heading off to the craft market today, and I'm really hoping to meet Maria. She's one of my viewers who's traveled here on one of the cruise ships, so I'm hoping to meet up with her today and say hello. Other than that, I've torn my craft room apart. Well, I'm about to. This shelf thing, there's two, you can't see them, there's 2 purple shelves and then 2 green drawers, I mean, underneath there, and Mom gave me that years ago, and I've used it. I've had that since Canada, and I've used it, and I've taken it apart, and then I've put it back together, and I've used it again, and I've done that over and over again. When I changed the room here, and I took the pets out of Kerrigan's room and put all her craft supplies in her room, I took it apart and put it out in our garage. Unfortunately, if you put anything metal in our garage, it goes rusty. So it went rusty, and I had to get some CLR, and I sat there yesterday and scrubbed it from top to bottom before I put it back together and tried to get most of the rust off. Unfortunately, most of the rust ended up on my fingers because I didn't have gloves on. But anyway, so I got it all cleaned up. But I'm trying to figure out... I am terrible at manicures. This is awful. Look, it looks okay from that far away, but just don't look close. Okay, so I just don't know what to put in the drawers. Now, for example... Okay, look, this is just... it's a disaster. Like, some of the things, the albums and stuff are fine. I have my yarn organized in here. There's stuff in the containers, but I just need to... It's been probably about a year now since I ripped this place apart, and I just need to do that again. So, I need to tweak some of the shelves. Now, I do have a shelf down at the end. You can't even really see. But I have 3 big binders. I have a big binder with knitting patterns in it. I have a big binder with crochet patterns, and I have one with cross-stitch patterns. What am I doing? Like, that's taken up a whole entire shelf, which really I should just go through the pattern books, see what I want to keep, and then take the other stuff to my stitching group and let them have at it. They can have whatever. And just really kind of go through what I'm honestly using. I have a ton of knitting needles. I don't use them. I have them, and it's like with me, it's, oh god, it's like the kids' toys when they're little. I need to have the collection. So I feel in my head I need to have every knitting needle. What have I knit? Like, I do the crochet doll, so I use a hook. I do an Afghan, I use the same hook. Like, oh God. And then I bought bamboo needles the other week, which I love. So I'd love in my head to collect the entire collection of bamboo knitting. Why do I feel I need the collection? Oh my God, it's so bad. So I just need to go through some of my stuff and honestly get rid of what I haven't used, what I don't intend on using. I did that back in, I think it was the fall. And I did take some stuff to the Stitch group and I put it on the table. It was like, whoa, like these, like vultures, like they came in and it was gone within minutes. So it's good. Someone else is using it. That's great. I have 3 cross-stitch racks. I've got the tall one that you can sit in front of you. I got it at a yard sale for like $5. The lady didn't know what it was. I got another one that you put under your leg when you're sitting in a chair. Then I got this other little tabletop one, which is adorable, and I got that for a couple bucks at the barn the other day. But like, why do I need all that? I don't. So I just really have to go through my things. And then like those pattern books, I can like pare it down and put them in a drawer. What I could really do is like take photos of the pages or whatever and put them in my iPad and then not even have the, oh God, I'm just so overwhelmed. So much to tackle, but I'm going to attempt it tomorrow. Yesterday, what was I doing? I was cleaning this and then I made a shower outside. I'm so random. I made a shower stall outside. We have a shower in the back corner of our house, which is great because when you come up from the beach, and for whatever reason, our sand here is really sticky. It doesn't just flake off. It like gets embedded in your skin. So it's nice to come home from the beach and just be all funky and messy and full of sand. And then we can shower outside. I had a shower stall. I had like a screen, you know, like a 3-panel screen that you would have, you know, decorating in your house. I had one of those and then just kind of went all icky and moldy. So got rid of that. And it was wood, so it was just, and I didn't treat it, and it, anyway, whatever. It was a nightmare, and I got it at the burn, so it's fine. Then I bought a camping shower, and it had these silver poles and whatever, and you could, like, get in. It was this whole tarp. That was a nightmare. The whole thing fell apart, like, every time. So then I put tape around it, and I taped it, and the thing would fall down again. Then if we had a windstorm, you had to put it away, and then it got put in the garage, and we never got it back up again because the garage is like this weird black hole vortex thing of, oh, it's a nightmare. Anyway, no, it's not. I cleaned it up the other week, so it's better now. So then I got looking on Pinterest, and then Dad and I were like brainstorming yesterday, and I figured I would do 2 hula hoops, like a hula hoop at the top, hula hoop on the ground, and then put PVC poles and make sort of like a little thing. Well, I did that, and I put my shower curtains on it, whatever, and I'm like, oh, yay! I go in the house, I come back, like 30 seconds later, and the thing has totally collapsed. So that wasn't going to work. So then I did something else I saw on Pinterest, and it worked, and I went out this morning to check on it again. It's a hula hoop. So you just take a hula hoop, and you do, well, I'll just show you a picture. I was going to draw. And you take a hula hoop, and you put string, like, you put a piece of string and bring it all in like spokes, and then I grabbed it all in the middle and made it sure it was balanced, and then I knotted it, and then I put a piece of board coming out from the wood trusses from the roof, which at one point I was crawling up to hammer the pieces of wood into the thing, and I wasn't looking, I was looking at the ladder, and I came right up under the roof, so I've got a wee bit of a goose egg. Really hurt. I like, oh my god. Came off the ladder crying, but anyway, it's all good. So yeah, I hammered the wood, and it's at a slight angle, and then I looped the rope that holds the hula hoop over the thing, and then I just did shower curtain rings, and I did 2 shower curtains near the faucet thing, like where you lift it up to turn on the water. That's just overlapped slightly, and then you can just like open it once you're in there to turn on the shower. And then where you go in the shower curtain, it's overlapped a little bit more, and then you can kind of go in the shower curtain so it doesn't like blow open if you're in there. So I was quite proud of myself, so I'll show you a picture right here. So that's my shower curtain. Isn't that fun? So then when we come back from the beach, we can just shower there, and then I don't bring sand into the house. So I think that's awesome. The other thing I'm going to do is I want to make a beach bag for in the car, like just with things we always will have at the beach, and it just stays in the car all times. And then we'll probably have like another bag that you bring with you with your current book and like phone and stuff like that that just normally wouldn't stay in. And I think what I might do too is take one of the kids' old cameras and keep that in my beach bag, and then that way I can always have a camera for the beach. So I'm gonna do that. And what else? Oh, my garden. Our garden's coming along really cute. It's growing. I'll show you a picture of that. So behind it is an old coat rack that I had loaned to somebody here, and then they broke it. Anyway, how you break a clothing or whatever. So it's kind of broken. It won't. It's like it leans. They tried to fix it, but it was just very frustrating. So whatever. I put it out in the garden and tied string around it, and I'm using it as like a trellis thing, so that when at the back I have cucumbers, beans, and tomatoes, so they can kind of grow up the back of the coat rack. Reduce, reuse, recycle. And that's pretty much it from here. So yeah, I'm going out to the craft market, and I hope to meet Maria, my viewer, and so that'd be pretty cool. I think that's neat. And yeah, so I'm going to tackle this room, and I really don't want to. What I have to do is just do shelf by shelf and kind of edit what I have. And then I gotta take everything off of the top and dust all that and reorganize that. And the thing is, I've got stuff down, I don't know if you can see, but down at the top there I've got my tripod, I've got my inks, stuff like that, that can maybe, well, the tripod's not gonna fit, but maybe my inks can go in there. What I'm trying to think about for these drawers is that, okay, if it's my ink, I can take the drawer out, put it on my desk, work at it, and then put it back in. So maybe inks, maybe punches, maybe, you know what I mean? Like my little glitter, but see, that's all in containers. That's where I'm having trouble. Like I can't figure out, what I need to do with those drawers. And I just want to simplify this stuff up there. It's so cluttery. It's just a mess. And that's my basket with my cards and stuff in it that could probably just sit on top of this cart. It's really stupid though, because I'm going to take stuff off the shelf and then put it in here. And now I've got this cart floating around the room along with my vacuum. That vacuum, I think I'm just going to, it just is there. It just lives there all the time. All right. I got stuff to do. So I'm going to go. The pets are doing good. I gotta do a pet video. I haven't done a pet video. Charlie's adorable. Peach is off her eggs, but she's still sitting in that same area. She's a little nuts. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go. And tomorrow is June 11th, and I will be back tomorrow. It's the anniversary of my mom's passing. It'll be 4 years. I cannot believe it. So tomorrow I'm just going to do a quick video in memory of her, and it's something that I'm going to read to you that she had left for Annette and I. So I will be back tomorrow to do that. I hope you guys are good, and I'll be back with some more videos soon. All right, take care. See ya.